maybe suits him a little bit better, or if Team Liquid, and particularly with Dardoch back at the helm, will continue playing that same aggressive style in the lanes that got them just so wonderfully far ahead. Hui and Phoenix, though, an early meeting. And Swain wins the first trade, as always.
Yeah. Especially if he would have kept auto-attacking right now. It's one of the many changes that Swain had. His Torment is no longer good for maxing, but because it gives a 20% damage amp at rank 1, the 1 point of it is just so good, because not only does it have basically the same damage of any other level 1 ability, it then gives you a damage amp on all your auto-attack trades. Phoenix, though, charged up a nice big ol' heal, but as you can see, still gets out-traded.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's just going to find a way back and get their health back, so...
Yeah, Hui burned his corruption potion for those trades.
Goes back, fills it back up.
Yeah, that's another thing, like, all of Swain's damage amp works together, so when he E's someone with corruption potion, like, the corruption potion ticks will be doing more damage during the duration of the E. Also, if you ever have Leona with Swain.
Oh, man.
The Leona passive gets increased by 20% too. Sick damage.
And he's got Death by Touch, still coming together. You see the Keystone Mastery is there on your screen. Still ready to surge Vladimir back in on the other side this time, as Phoenix does have the Vlad there for Team Liquid. And Piglet and Matt going to go say hi to 6 and Afro, and then immediately leave.
Yep, they say hi back, even though Piglet and Matt took a small amount of damage. That's kind of mission accomplished. They just wanted to start the lane without someone getting a 1 camp advantage on them. They didn't die by checking the brush, and they take a very minimal amount of harass to get into the lane in pretty much even state.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this 2v2 matches up. Stixxay, no stranger, as he headshots Piglet in the face to Caitlyn versus short to medium range AD carry matchup.
Yeah, Piglet really didn't want to take that headshot. You could see he'd already cleared the first 3 minions and was trying to run into the brush to basically force Stixxay to use the headshot on a creep, but just couldn't get back in time, and Stixxay, it's a nice little early laning pattern.
Well, we are going to have standard lanes, but we'll flip them upside down for this particular game. Darshan going off against Lolo. We'll see if he can gain some traction in the carry versus tank matchup. Bit of poke there from Piglet as he dashes in. Matt's like asserting some dominance. Level 2 hit here for TL, but there it is for CLG, and you can see TL respecting that power.
Yeah.
As I think we'll have to track junglers more than anything else.
Yeah, even though TL did hit level 2 first in that lane to, get the legendary level 2 power spike, they knew they were like 1 auto attack away from CLG getting the same thing, and Alistar level 2 was a little bit more dangerous, so they were very careful with their level 2 advantage, and they're continuing to split the lane.
Well, this looks much more suitable for Darshan. He's able to aggress on Lolo pretty heavily. Going to go back in actually with the leap strike. Slaps him in the back of the head.
Yeah, 2 straight leap strikes straight onto Lorlo. Signals very aggressive laning. The only reason he was doing that is he recognized that Lorlo had not taken Twisted Advance early because he saw him use Arcade Smash and he saw him throw a sapling. So even if Dardoch were to come to gank, Darshan thinks he would have been able to get away, which is why he was aggressively leap striking for the harass.
Well, Phoenix and Hui once again squaring off, but Phoenix faring just fine so far as it pretty much sustained land here in mid lane. Phoenix, good damage actually by the Swain, will get him down a bit, but he's got some potions. He's Vladimir. Should be A-okay as far as the healing goes.
Yeah, and all the harass that Phoenix took there was totally worth because he had minions in the right spot where Hui was unable to last hit them under the turret. So that shove actually cost Hui a decent amount of CS.
Smithy, ooh, on top of a ward. That's going to be bad news for this gank.
Phoenix placed his trinket. He did it. Mark on the analyst desk is going to be really happy. He had an episode of his show last week where he was talked like for 3 minutes about how Phoenix has been failing to put trinket wards inside lane brushes. But he did it this game, so again, Team Liquid learning from their mistakes of last week.
Talk about improvements week to week, Team Liquid. Yeah. Even the little things.
Putting down wards. All right, guys.
It's Dot at level 4, moving through that jungle nice and quickly. Kindra keeping up relatively nicely, though, and we will probably have more of a slower landing phase here. There's a lot of farming happening out. There's Lolo TPing back to that bottom side of the map. Darshan already used his, though, double Dorans early on for both of them, actually. So everyone just wants to get through the lane safely. Yeah,
this is specifically good for Maokai because his laning pattern when he's against a stronger laner is just to use EQ. He walks up to the lane, clears the back wave with a Q that passes through, and he puts a sapling on the back wave, and it instantly kills the 3, and then he just melee last hits the other ones, while his range minions are strong, so the opponent can't engage on him. So it's actually really important for a Maokai to get double Doran's ring in losing matchups, so he has the mana to do that combo.
Ooh, Dardoch snuck in again, though. Darshan a little too far back. I think Dardoch's going to recognize this and go home. But again, paying attention to this lane. We saw Dardoch really give Darshan hurt in game number 1. Trying to repeat that here.
Lorlo is giving this away, in my opinion, that he's here with Dardoch. Like, he's trading so aggressively.
He's got 2 Dorans, man. I just want to fight you. Dashan's like, nope, I know there's a jungler here. And Kindred's down as well.
I mean, Kindred could technically counter gank as well. And the thing is, Lorlo, with the double Dorns, like, since he shoves faster than the Jax can go in, and here we go.
Who blinks first? Looks like it is going to be CLG. They'll move in, but Lorlo a little too far forward. Take the tower hit. And that's almost tragic, but Dardog's going to move back forward, and Xmithy will live the assault.
So flash from Xmithy, flash from Lorlo. I think some pretty big misplaying on Lorlo's part right there to be so aggressive. They thought they could still win the 2v2 regardless, but once they got engaged in the turret, it just gets so dangerous.
Well, good passing from Xmithy to be in the right place at the right time. So we'll return to our adventures in top lane. Aframu just trying to play up. Looks like Stixxay is in much more control of this lane. Piglet keeping up in CS, but TL's duo have not been able to play nearly as aggressively as they were in the other matchup.
Yeah, Stixxay's Caitlyn is really good. I mean, he's doing all right in laning phase right here, but I'm waiting to see them set up sieges and just the way he plays teamfights. The amount of DPS Stixxay does with Caitlyn in teamfights, and just the way he usually just stays at max range as Caitlyn while still getting big damage out is kind of the things to watch for. But laning phase obviously going well, not amazing.
Going just fine, and I think that's true across the board for CLG, which is a stark contrast to the way we started our last game. You can see Huhi down a little bit, about 10 CS to Phoenix, but top lane actually looking very good for Darshan this time around.
It's true. Kind of run down your checklist. Did Xmithy get his buff stolen away by Dardog? No. Great. Already better. Did Darshan die twice to ganks and to Lorlo? No. Even better. Now we can actually play League of Legends, because last game they just got steamrolled and you never really got to see any of their team play come to play because they just lost the laning phase so hard. This laning phase going well for CLG, and I think we're in for a much more competitive game.
Yep, and definitely a much more deliberate laning phase as well. Team's probably just going to farm this out. Ocean Drake is the first one that spawned, by the way, so see if either team fancies going for that early. May help in the first 15 minutes or so. That region particularly nice in lane. But again, Hui and Phoenix just battling it out. This is kind of like a top lane matchup.
It really is. It's one of those, like, they're not quite, it's not a wet noodle fight, but it's close. It's just like the noodles that aren't meant to have water in them, like the ones you get for yogurt or something, but are just like a little bit damp, so they hurt when they hit you, but ultimately they're never going to do any real lasting damage because you'll heal up quickly.
A damp noodle fight.
Yeah,
okay.
Soggy noodle.
Darshan back in onto Lolo. Stun's good from the counter-strike. Lolo back in. Darshan still getting autos down. Junglers are actually coming in for this, though.
Yeah.
Darshan maybe a little too much. Dardog back in. Lolo not in range for a twisted advance, and here's Xmithy. Dardog trying to line this up, but Xmithy's like, yeah, I have my ulti. No chance. Darshan back in. Counter-strike good. No, great. Ulti there from Dardog.
He got the challenging smite out of Dardog to push him away a little bit, and Smithy's going to get no aggressive. They know
more autos. There it is. Darshan is able to claim first blood. And now Dardog's got to book it. Very intricate 2v2 there.
Yeah, absolutely. Just push and pull and then push back again. The fact that Lorlo had burned his flash from the previous engagement gave Xmithy the confidence to just walk straight up. Notice how both junglers have also gone with the red smite, so they're really expecting to run into each other more frequently. Xmithy, it's not really to his playstyle. Dardog, it is. So since Dardog really got up in Xmithy's face last game, he was expecting it again and is actually going to combat smite just to counter.
Yep, and TL, despite the first blood, will collapse onto the dragon, but we'll watch this one again. Darshan starts this off so well.
Yeah, he had the harass advantage at the very beginning, so as long as we get an equalized 2v2, it's going to be okay. He flashes so quickly because he didn't want Dardog to get any damage off before he could get to his minions, and then Dardog dashes in, also losing the ammo reset, and then he shoots a minion, so he only has one shot, and he has to reload, ults away, doesn't actually get an auto attack to start true damage burn from his smite, which is again critical. Then Xmithy does come in really smoothly, knowing there's no challenging smite to scare him off, and knowing Lorlo is very low. So just outplayed all around by CLG, but then TL walks right back and gets the Drake, so it's actually kind of equalized.
Yeah, they'll actually trade back with a lane swap here, leaving Lolo down the bottom for now. As Piglet and Matt will take out that outer turret. Looks like it's a trade on either side of the rift, though, as CLG will claim the top outer turret. So really a kill for CLG and a dragon for Team Liquid is all the advantage we've got here. CLG up 1,000 gold, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I actually also don't think that the dragon is directly influenced off of the kill, only because it's more the lane swap back that created that dragon take. So I kind of just have to credit CLG for the first blood, but then also credit TL for making that proactive dragon play and making sure they can secure it.
Speaking of proactive, Xmithy able to take away the red buff, starting to play up in the enemy jungle a bit more. Here's a bounty he would love to collect.
Yeah.
As I believe he lost the Scuttle Crab on that Drake side. Looks like he should be able to take this away safely, though. There we go.
His second mark. So Another thing about Kindred now is you can mark champions on a shorter cooldown. So you can hopefully, if you're playing really well on top of your game, get stacked up more quickly. And then also now that he's taken his first 2 marks, the Scuttle Crab, or sorry, the mark location will change. It will no longer spawn at Raptors. It will be from the other 4 small camps in the enemy jungle.
Well, you need more marks as well to sort of get going. Back to the old spot where Kindred was. So keep track of that for xMithy as the game moves on. Having a quick check in though. 11 minutes in, kind of entering the first phase of the mid-game. Rod of Ages finished for Huhi. On the other side, it's Phoenix with his Spirit Visage. Looks like top lane is kind of still putting components together, although Darshan and his Sheen are doing nice work here. And Eddie Carey, sort of same story, just early strong components.
Yeah. But the things that CLG need to have happen for them to be able to win this game are all happening. They're getting Darshan ahead. He has First Blood, and already Team Liquid would have the late game fear of the Maokai not being able to deal with Jax, but when he can't deal with him even before the Trinity Force happens, it's really good for CLG.
And that CS lead continues to grow for Darshan. He's almost 25 CS ahead in that particular 1v1. Even Stixay's up, actually a nice healthy amount of CS as well. Matt and Piglet trying to play cheeky. And Stixay and Afra not having any of it. And I think maybe the best news is Hui keeping up much better in this matchup despite being a bit more behind. Again, CLG are happier with an even laning phase. Even happier that Darshan's a bit ahead as well. Usui and Phoenix trading again, but Dardoch pretty much shows up to mid lane to shoot a creep because no one's really dying in our soggy noodle fight, I believe it was.
Yeah, we decided on it, and let's just call it that mid lane matchup. We smite each other and go for the damage here.
It's a bit more exciting. Dardoch low, who he dives in. If Minty flashes forward, takes the first kill. Phoenix will pull through the never move, but nice collapse from CLG, their second kill of the game.
Wow, that was huge right there by xMithy. Obviously, the jungle items are just pretty much comparable, but that's the first pick Kindred coming in. Smithy always knows his damage, and also who he beat TL to the roam. This is also really interesting. They're taking the Rift Herald right now. Darshan is running all the way up from the bottom lane just so he can pick it up, as far as I can tell.
Good TP as well if they want to get really crazy for it. CLG gonna get it, yes they will. But now they have to protect the mark for long enough.
Like, how long does that thing stay up before he's
enough?
able to pick it up? Whew. I actually don't know the exact timing before they don't give it to anyone, but they did it, and that's really important that Darshan has it.
Well, watch this collapse again as xMithy pretty much cleanly 1v1's Dardoch here.
Hides in the pink ward. He plays this really smart. Dardoch used one of his shots on the pink ward, so he can't actually duel optimally. Yeah, really smart from xMithy to get the jump on him. That's actually Graves' greatest weakness as a jungler, is killing wards. It takes him 2 full reload cycles, and while he's doing it, he's so vulnerable.
Used to be worse, but Dardoch still gets taken out there. As Hui taking damage from Phoenix in that mid lane. Spirit Visage, I think, starting to push Phoenix a little further ahead in this 1v1.
You do mention it used to be worse. Pink wards are now 4 hits. They used to be 5, so it's actually just 1 reload now. It used to be 2 full reload cycles.
Still bad. Still feels bad,
Still
man.
bad. Still feels bad.
Teleport in. Hui's just going to burn it back towards the lane. Kind of indicative of the pace of this game. Again, CLG are happy to play a longer laning phase because the longer Darshan's in that 1v1, the better it gets for this team most likely. And you can see Lolo is struggling. Darshan even maybe entertained a tower dive there. Almost with that Trinity Force ready to go. Lolo just collecting CS where he can, but still 20 down.
Yeah, and Darshan has damage reduction as well as corruption stacks, so basically Dardoch has to babysit, but even then, like, Darshan's going to be getting to the point where he can 1v2. This is like just a flip of last game. CLG is now executing their game plan, and Team Liquid is unable to snowball seemingly any of their lanes. Phoenix still with a nice CS advantage, but now he's just getting ganked.
2v3 right now. Hui gonna go straight forward. Afra with a knock up on a Dardoch. Damage is there from Kindred. Might just dive it with the Lamb's Respite. They will go in. xMithy takes out the first kill. Phoenix almost gonna fall as well. The last bird. Not enough for a kill on Swain.
Huge sustain, and the 4-mark xMithy is getting quite strong on Kindred right now.
Phoenix, barely lives!
Oh my god, that single-digit HP after that one.
Well, CLG gonna now push in the mid lane, so they'll maybe take this instead. Piglet, that's bad news.
No!
Afro goes in. Pulverized onto 2, and now Piglet gonna take out Afro, but he will go down as a result. Teleport in. xMithy got the credit there for that, but Lola's now in onto xMithy. Knocks him back, but the TP counters in for Darshan. xMithy hit by the Winter's Bite. Darshan is looking for a kill. Double kill there for Kindred as xMithy gets the last shot in.
Yeah, xMithy is going off this game. already has 5 marks of the Kindred 15 minutes in. That reduced champion cooldown for being able to mark him up. It's his Dance's Arrows cooldown that takes a lot of stacks to get up, but the mark of the Kindred's still just as good as it used to be. Could he even get more here? His Dardoch is going in for a red.
I'm gonna try for it. Dardoch though, hit by
Over-aggressive, maybe.
Dodge, not enough. Needs a bit more. Lamp just by pop. Is Dardoch gonna kite out? Darshan needs to leap strike out. Very well played by CLG, but TL on the hunt. Cannot continue.
Yeah, red steal not necessarily worth it because they don't steal it and they nearly die, but everything up until that point was super worth it for CLG. I love the fact that they are so clearly targeting Dardoch in these pre-fights, but then Pivot actually just caught by a never move by Huhi, and that's the opposite of what the follow-up I was expecting. I thought it was going to be Alistair first, Swain later. That was the other way around. Then Lorlo comes in to try and turn it around, but Darshan comes in on a minion. It is the red smite true damage that finishes it off for Xsmithy, and Darshan was able to teleport in to get an assist.
Well, definitely enough there. CLG currently defending this mid-outer turret. Phoenix taking damage. Afro with a great knock up there, but Matt's going to leap forward and try and protect him. Xsmithy though, leading a charge as Darshan leaps onto Piglet. Piglet forced to flash out, and now he's going to pop out the culling to deter them. Tower still up. CLG managed to hold.
Yeah, Xsmithy doing so much damage. Darshan's got to be careful.
He wants it, but Lolo's there. Darshan wisely backs away from that one, because we'll have to calm things down just a little bit. CLG, though, after that fight, starting to play up. 2,500 gold and counting.
Yep, and this is one thing that I love about the best of threes is the back and forth you can have between the teams, not just in game, but also in the pick and ban phase. Like, the way CLG switched up their bans to ban the Rek'Sai and then force Team Liquid into a last ban choice, which ends up, they actually ban Karma. They're really going to second-guess that Karma ban right now, because Aphromu's Alistair is great. It's not like he's even in a bad matchup against Braum. That Karma ban effectively did nothing, whereas Xsmithy is going off on Kindred, which they were willing to burn that first pick on.
Yep, certainly paying dividends so far. Matt slaps down a pink ward. Stixxay busy running interference in the mid lane. It's his lane now. We'll try and collect as much CS as he can. Does have the BF Sword rapid fire cannon, so not runins just yet, but definitely wants to try and knock down some turrets if he can. But anchored to mid right now, it's Aphromu to babysit him, which does mean Darshan and his Trinity Force get a nice lane all to himself. What a great time to be Jack.
Yeah, beautiful. He can just keep split pushing and farming. Glimpse of the Void lasts for 20 minutes, so he's got the extra damage in split push scenarios. And CLG's just moved Caitlyn right around to the mid lane to be a wave clear bot. They just got to make sure they don't get ganked out. Whereas Xsmithy can really go anywhere he wants in this 1-3-1 since he has control of the jungle and go for kills. He's going for Phoenix.
Yep.
Let's watch this Kindred damage.
Says Phoenix is the target. Damage is pretty good so far. Flash forward in, never moves great. And Phoenix going to keep healing, but I don't think it's enough. It certainly isn't.
Yep, so many marks of the Kindred right now and a lot of
Dardoch going crazy.
Going big.
They can keep shooting him. Ulti's not bad. Good one from Matt to tag him on the other end, but ace in the hole. See ya. 6-8.
Oh, and here's Darshan. Matt is really low.
Uses that for a move.
Well, CLG can collapse down in any moment here if they want to. Here we go.
Very nice play from Afro. Darshan's going to tag the next kill.
And this is like a complete flip from the first game where CLG looks like everything is going together, and it's actually been mainly Dardoch who's been getting picked on since I think Lorlo telegraphed his early ganks, and Xsmithy capitalized on that telegraphing so well. The 2v2 from the top jungle heavily going their way, and then on the other side, Phoenix and Huhi have been able to split, but it's mainly been the Darshan Xsmithy show so far.
Well, we did get to see this before, as Phoenix just had no chance here.
Yeah, I mean, he pops his ultimate down, gets a tremendous amount of burst healing off, and deals a decent amount of damage back to Xsmithy, but it's not enough. And here, like, Dardoch sees an opportunity, tried to flash into point-blank range and then dash into Stixxay, but doesn't quite get enough burst down. And then, love how Aphromu just ults and lets the ace in the hole finish him off.
We'll keep running down. Managed to get Matt as well, as Afro did chase through. And that's looking real good for CLG's top half of the map in particular. 7-0 and 2 combined for Xsmithy and Darshan. Darshan's in his happy place, split pushing on Jax with Glimpse of the Void. And Xsmithy having a great game here. Even Huhi again keeping up completely even on CS versus Phoenix, but the Riley is now done. This game's getting a little out of control for TL. CLG are really far ahead.
It really is. I mean, I'm trying to remember if TL even had an 8,000 gold lead by 20 minutes. Like, this could actually be a bigger, faster win for CLG in Game 2 than it was for TL in Game 1. Definitely showing that inconsistency from TL that often plagues them. Like, it used to happen from week to week, which in a sense was also game to game. but maybe that's just going to be a more consistent issue for them here. Smithy
So
nearly
aggressive.
kills Matt.
Yeah, Matt actually will last the night as Phoenix and Lolo move in to defend, but Baron is the clear objective now in the front of the minds of CLG. It's Darshan, who will not be moved from this bottom lane. We get to hear the satisfying sound of Jax smacking a turret. Yes, we will.
Oh, baby.
Piglet's here to ruin the
Yeah,
party.
he didn't get to hit it that much. We didn't get the sound party right there.
Sad times.
Unfortunate. Dardoch is caught again, though.
Yeah, could be problems. Xmithie
Or is
actually
he?
getting bursted down. Ace in the hole, but the last boat's already been
This will
popped.
be really
Who's going to win this 1v1? It's going to be Xmithie. Barely gets it. Now Phoenix pulls the headbutt there as he's going to try and chase it down, but I think Afro might be able to get this. Pulverize in range now, but I don't think he wants it now. Stixxay actually kiting around. Gets Matt on the back end, but Phoenix getting Stixxay low and will get the kill. Now Lolo TP's into chaos, and he's going to get taken out here. Xmithie doing the damage. Afro catches two on the other end of the fight, and CLG will lead the charge under the tower. Darshan flashes in onto Piglet, gonna try and wipe him off the rift. They do get it, and Darshan's not done. Phoenix gonna keep moving, and Darshan thinks maybe this isn't what I want. Phoenix gonna chase him down. Crimson Rush, not activated.
Yeah, but really these skirmishes, as chaotic as they look, are exactly what CLG wants in this game. Team Liquid picked a very cohesive team fight, team composition with strong tanks, double marksman of Vladimir, whereas CLG's just booking split pushers, sustainers, Caitlyn with a long range, and these fights are just kind of being everywhere, but add the team composition to the giant gold lead that CLG has, and they're just flourishing in this game style.
Well, they get a TP from Lolo off a pretty aggressive Baron attempt. CLG will back away from the area though. TL will reclaim control of the pit for now and try and get some of that wall vision cleared out and set up vision of their own. No, I tell a lie.
Yeah, they're going really hard for this one. They have the Mountain Drake, or the Ocean, which doesn't help them that much. CLG, though, know how far ahead they actually are. They're trying to sustain up off jungle camps before stopping this. And they have Caitlyn with a bunch of traps in the pit.
They're
no!
They're only missing Afro. Xmithie charges forward, but they're going to try and take him out. Xmithie will get shut down, but Darshan cleans up Lolo for a trade. Now Huhi moving forward in onto Dardoch. Never moves, going to look for Dardoch. Fancy footwork with Darshan, slaps that down.
Oh,
Triple kill
dear.
for Darshan. Ace in the hole onto Phoenix. Maybe going to be a quadra. Darshan moves in for it and Stixxay steals it.
I mean, it's a kill secure. That was a big headshot. Stixxay's got the power too, but look at that. 13 kills across Darshan and Smithy. Double flashes there from Afro and Piglet. Nice reaction time to be the sole survivor for TL. But CLG in complete control after another deadly fight.
Well and truly 10,000 gold in the lead, and it will start to rack up now as well. CLG take their 5th turret of the game as they break the mid lane tier 2. Dragon is up, so they're going to zip down and take that cloud.
And then zip even faster as they walk away, since they'll be out of combat when it dies. This is clearly a desperation play by Team Liquid. They don't even have the damage to kill this. Lucian is in base. Like, this is not a good call by TL. They take a whole bunch of harass right here before Piglet is there. And then Xmithie, like, being able to catch Xmithie is positive, but the Caitlyn traps are actually pretty effective. They stop the initial follow-up, but then everyone just piles on to the Kindred, who doesn't have ultimates, so it would have been better to probably have Huhi in the front instead of your 7-kill Kindred in the front. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because Darshan's able to come back in the fight, and Stixxay picks up the kill before Darshan can get the quadra.
Well, could maybe see the penta in his eyes, but Piglet does get away, so no such luck. As the Clouddrake did get picked up by CLG in the replay. Back to Baron though for Team Liquid as Hui gonna face check in. That Dardoch on Matt locked up by Nevermove. That's one, that's two. Xmithie cleans up another pair. And now Afromi in onto Piglet. Good pulverize there as he's just gonna drop almost. Phoenix though trying to fend them off. Piglet still firing away. Afromu exhaust down onto Phoenix. Phoenix pops his Zhonya's. And Piglet needs to make his way back in, but that's another kill for Xmithie. A triple, that's another one there. And now the ace. Lolo, the only one left alive, slowed to high heaven, and he's dead.
Yeah, the only thing that TL Baron call was good for is ending the game in a faster fashion instead of waiting for the surrender, because there was throwing whatever chance they had in the game right away. 14,000 gold now, a big ace for CLG. I think they can push an end, even though these death timers are real short.
Well, certainly pretty early in the game, but this will be a break in the mid-section of the map. Tower falls, inhibitor will fall quickly after it. CLG don't commit, but they don't need to.
Yeah, the death timers are really, really short. I'm underestimating the 24-minute game right now.
It was 30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeez, like, I'm just so impressed with Xmithie this game. And also, like, he is taking full advantage of the new Mark of the Kindred system. He has 7 marks now. He's almost always killing the person who he marks because this has been such a bloody game. But that just means his damage is just so massive. And because Baron had a mark, he now has 8. But just to look at this fight again, like, why was TL there? It was Dardoch and Matt together just to instantly die. Stixate also able to follow up on a Piglet. Smithy makes sure he stays in range of Phoenix, and we're back. Teleport in from Darshan.
Oh,
What's he gonna do?
Looking for Phoenix. Slow down from a Gunblade. Phoenix now going to Sanguine pull. Darshan lines it up, but a good flash from Phoenix gets him out of the way. Ephraim moves in again. They've got Dardoch. Darshan piles in. That's the ulti and the flash out to get Graves away. And ace in the hole. Yeah, they're going to get it. Darshan just leaps straight on top of it. Godlike indeed.
I'm curious if this is the most that Dardoch has ever died in an LCS game, because he is getting punished so heavily in this game. 7 deaths now to only 1 kill. And CLG, Darshan still has the Rift Herald buff, just to speak to how short this game is being. They're pushing him for the win.
Yeah, this tower's going to melt Phoenix. Maybe caught, never moved there, but he's going to Sanguine pull out of the way. Hemo play down, gets him some healing. But the Nexus turret starting to melt. TL, do you have one last stand left, didn't you? Ulti up from Matt. CLG say, no, you do not. Never move down. Next Smithy going to pad those stats, and CLG force a third game.
Oh my god. And I know that